We are in our toy car. Where are we going today?
Where are we going? Fint. So near Wazazat. So we'll go along the Draa Valley, have a look around.
Yeah, the palm tree
areas
sort of thing.
And there's a couple of places we'll stop that aren't really on any tourist information maps and things that we've managed to sort of find out about.
Yeah.
So we'll see what those are like. If we can actually get there in this car, we'll see. The roads may not be the best.
Yeah, and there's a river, so do we have to cross the river with a car?
At one point we're possibly supposed to cross the river with the car.
Okay, we'll be letting you in.
Should be interesting in a automatic Fiat 500
yeah.
once we get somewhere.
See you guys. Bye. See you on the road.
So we've now reached Tinzaluin, I think it's called. So somewhere here we're supposed to turn off to where we're going, which is in the hills over there on the right. But the only person that seems to have actually found it, that I could find on the internet, I think they'd walked there actually, and they said there was a tiny little yellow arrow that pointed the track, and then you kind of weave through the back of the town and somehow exit the town on this road. Somewhere around the fuel station. I think we're looking for a road that goes to the right, or a track. I don't really know how big it's going to be, but we'll see. We'll see if we can find it. So we're going to try the road on the north side of the fuel station, simply because it seems like whoever said the road just after the fuel station maybe got it the wrong way round. Just left off the asphalt road across this kind of rocky area. So I think if we go across this rocky, that bit on the right there is like a dead end for taxis and whatnot. I think we can branch across this rocky area and get to a track the other side that might lead through. And having followed that track for a bit, we're now kind of in just a maze of buildings. Just trying to sort of head towards the hills really. Coming back might be interesting, because you know where we are.
There's a wall there, that's a dead end.
But it might not be. Yeah,
There's a wall.
Is a dead end.
It's a dead end.
We go this way. Let's go this way. So we've now come against a donkey in the road. We can't really go round him. I don't want to get the car kicked by a donkey. I don't know quite how we're going to get through that gap behind the donkey either. There you go.
So the horse and the donkey have refused to move.
Yeah.
We have to back up, and there are huge stones there right behind, so let's try one last time before they get us kicked. Okay. Oh, look at her. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, yeah, bum.
Okay, so we've made it past the donkey.
Without getting the car kicked and having to pay.
We're having to pay for a donkey's leg.
No, pay for the cut.
I think we're actually back on the same track we were on to start with. Having gone through all of that mayhem, there's now a sign. Once we fairly obviously found the road, I think by the time you got here, you pretty much know where you're going. So yeah, a bit late for the sign, but hey ho, good to know we're right. Trying to run over any dogs. There's some like dogs here though, so I'm not sure they'd be that bothered if we did run them over. But let's not anyway.
You're not trying to run them off. Are you?
Of course you're not going to try and run them over.
Okay.
So we're evil up. Where are there boulders in the road? Oops. Shit.
What? What's there?
Nothing, it's okay. I'm just maybe going to get out and walk across here and see if we're actually going to make it. Yeah, I'll get and walk, because if we get down there, it might be very hard to get out again. So I'll go and walk. But anyway, so just to say where we're going, there's rock carvings of like giraffes and sort of savannah-like animals, I mean, which obviously this is not anymore. And then it goes through to kind of warriors on horses that are probably a couple of thousand years old. And then the most recent ones where they've got camels, because camels actually aren't native here. Well, not the camels they have now. They came from Arabia around sort of I think 300 AD they're supposed to have become quite common, but a bit before that they started coming. So we'll try and show you some of those carvings. I don't know how clear they're going to be, to be honest. But anyway, first of all, I'm just going to go and have a look at this road.
So he's here. Oops, coming back. So are we going to?
I think we could make it, but not with like confidence. I think we'll park here and then walk. I'll just take the bag with the passports in it. Right, so we've parked there. I think we probably, if it was not a rented car, perhaps you could get down here, but it's not worth the risk because it's only like 200 meters. I don't know if we're supposed to go to that house to pay entrance or who knows. I think we'll just walk over. It's fairly obvious we're going over there, so we'll just see what happens. When we get to the corner, maybe someone will come and tell us what we're supposed to be doing. This place looks like it's just locked up. Can't see anyone around. So we'll just walk down the track here and go to the carvings area.
So this is the place. Looks quite amazing. It's like built, but it's natural. Oh, I actually I thought it's a cave, like, you know, most carvings in Uganda are in caves, but well, this is built, that is built.
I can tell you what
down
some of the
is
carvings are as well. So if we go closer there, we can point at some of them, because the ones with the curved back tail are cats, apparently, or felines.
Okay.
So the first thing to say here is that if you come to these historical cultural sites, and like us, there's no one here, don't go and touch things. I mean, there's a viewing place here, don't go and stand next to it and touch it or
you can
damage it in any way.
It, but don't touch it because you're damaging the history.
Yeah, and it's a very sensitive place, and if one person touches that every day, then it's not going to last long. So don't damage things, don't drop rubbish, etc., etc. And you can see the different time frames here that we're talking about. I can't see any giraffes or anything here, but you can see, so that one there would be a feline, some kind of cat. This one's a warrior, so that's, I think, from, they say, about 1,000 years ago maybe, before camels really arrived, because he's on a horse. The ones with the flat backs here, so you can see like these ones down here with the flat backs, they're horses, so it's warriors on horses. And these ones with the domed backs, they're the camels, so they'll be the most recent carvings from possibly around sort of 300 AD or so. So they don't say exactly know the age, but they think these things are between sort of 5,000 years ago and sort of 500 AD, I guess, maybe. Yeah, and we'll have a look at some of the other areas. Oh, there we go. There's some. That looks like an antelope type thing. I don't know. The other ones I'm pretty sure of because I've seen some archaeological stuff that tells us what they are. This one here looks like some kind of horned animal, which might be one of the older carvings from when there were antelope and giraffes and things around. But we'll see if we can see any giraffes so that we're more certain of. So here we have some very clear felines down here with the arched back tails, and a really nice warrior on his horse. So again, I think those are supposed to be about 2,000 years ago that were sent the warriors. I'm not sure about the felines. But, and then there's more up here. There's a whole bunch of carvings up there. So there's a lot of them really. Every rock face pretty much has all these carvings on it, like stick figures, mostly of warriors and horses. And again, here we have a rock with some really clear warriors on it at the top. These kind of antelope. And then I think this one here's a dog, because it has the tail, but the tail's slightly different from a cat. So I think that one's a dog with the warriors, presumably hunting antelopes. It's quite a nice little scene, that one. So that was much more interesting than we expected, I think, actually. And you could recognise quite clearly. I was surprised, because having read online what was there, I was surprised how easy it was actually to recognise camels and horses and warriors and felines, even the ostriches. So it's well worth coming, but say just be respectful of the place. And we've also got the what 3 words. So we've been using this app a little bit, what 3 words, which is quite useful. It basically divides the whole world into 3 metre by 3 metre boxes. And you download this app, and it if you ever need to tell anyone where you are or give directions to something, rather than having to use coordinates, which can be a bit cumbersome if you're using a phone. You can just navigate to the what 3 words location. So we'll write the location below because I can't actually remember what it was. But it's basically 3 words that link to that 3 meter squared or 3 meter by 3 meter box, a 9 meter squared box. So it's very, very useful. So we have actually found a better way back, but it's more or less the same way we came, just you don't have to weave through the house so much. So if you turn if you're coming from Agadez, just before the total station there's an asphalt road that comes west, and then you sort of branch around the market from the asphalt road. So it's still a bit confusing, but it's not quite as bad as the way we came. There's supposed to be a Casbah. There is a Casbah here. We don't know if we can get lunch.
A Casbah is a place like the one we stayed in last night.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to. We're just going to ask if there's lunch here because we've stopped for lunch here.
It's nice to stop somewhere with a view, somewhere like yesterday, isn't it? We can stop somewhere like yesterday for lunch. That's kind of ideal. But we'll see. It says there's a restaurant. There's the car park down by the mountain.
Okay. Welcome. Video now?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to Casbah. See Casbah original, because in Wadi Zago have a lot of Casbah, but only for Casbah original.
Yeah.
Others Casbah is not original, just businessman, a lot of money, man rich Casbah. Casbah in Morocco is historic family.
Yeah.
That's Casbah 18th century.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's 18th century. 5 grandfather generation. The chef of course. Casbah have 10 rooms. Salon Morocco. Le Cour, that's place Le Cour, and upstairs and suite family. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is upstairs.
Yes.
Feeling the freedom.
Yes.
In summer, some days very hot.
Yeah.
I have possibility for sleeping here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, really. Some guests sleeping here.
So this is our lunch. It's I don't know what you called it.
Soup with
Soup
bread
and bread or something like
giant
that.
soup
And a
spoon.
giant soup spoon.
Shall we show you where we're
Let's
sitting?
cheers with a soup spoon. Cheers.
Oops.
I'll start.
Show the place. So it's here on top of the Casbah, overlooking the palmery and the mountains. So it's really quite nice. And that's the road we'll follow over through back towards Ouazzazate and then Fint, where we're going later, via another stop for something that's hard to find online. So we've just branched towards Uncob, and then we'll take a kind of scenic route through back towards Agnes, and then back towards where we're going tonight. There's lots of cyclists everywhere, isn't there? So that's quite popular for tourists to come here and cycle. I think we're taking this left here, and this kind of follows the same valley, we did the side of the valley and then back. Very pretty. Nice views over the mountains and the palms. And then we'll join the main road again in a second and head back towards Ouazzazate and Fint, where we're going tonight. We'll try and stop on the way somewhere that's quite interesting. Well, maybe quite interesting. Quite interesting for some people. So this is our second mystery stop, which is not in any guidebooks anywhere. I'll just get the location from what 3 words. But basically these are stromatolites, so we're now quite high up in the mountains. As you can see, it's desert all around. There's a little oasis over there. But these are creatures that form in shallow seas, now fossilized. So you can see the structure of these round balls. So they're basically balls of living matter, and they've become fossilized. So each one of these balls was a stromatolite. And they still have them actually today in Australia. And I think these ones are 500 million years old. So 500 million years ago, this basically would have been an ocean, a shallow sea. And this one's quite nice. Lots of calcite. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Our what 3 words location is overflowed, dejectedly, ignored. But these are quite nice. This bit here is that's kind of a very nice example of stromatolites, just right by the side of the road. So yeah. And it is interesting to think this was a shallow sea 500 million years ago. So here it's like they built a city without building the city. They built all the roads. There's roads everywhere and lights everywhere and just empty, overgrown. And you wonder where the city's supposed to be, when it's coming, if it's coming.
In 500 meters enter the roundabout, then take the second exit.
Roundabouts and things, everything. So now we're driving down towards Fiat Oasis. As you can see, the road is not the best for our little Fiat. So crossing the river down there, we have to cross it twice, I think. So that is potentially the main issue. There's a lot of people down here trying to flag you down for something, which I don't think is really necessary.
We actually followed by someone from a petrol station.
So we're now just about arriving at the place. It does look like we have to drive through the river, which is interesting.
Do you want to check how deep it is first?
Well, I think we'll stop next to it, won't we?
How
Look.
deep is the river? I think that side is not so deep. This way.
Right, it's not deep, so I think we'll be alright. Make sure this is actually automatic. There we go, yeah.
Yay!
There we go. We made it through in our horrible little car.
Oh, there's a second one.
Just hope it
Oh,
doesn't
this is
rain in the
just a
night
tiny
and we
one.
get stuck.
Let's grab.
I did get my feet a bit wet, which is also not ideal, because there is supposed to be no harsey around.
I packed another pair of shoes for you, so no worries.
We've arrived through the river.
And the car is okay. We're just praying that it doesn't rain.
There's no rain forecast. It's supposed to be very sunny over the mountains as well, so should be fine.
I was actually looking at the car. It looks like the front tire is a bit flat. Slightly.
I think that's just because they're very thin tyres, aren't they? Not designed
Yeah,
for
they
this.
look thin. Anyways, yeah, we are concluding on it's not.
Yep, at this palm oasis.
At least, yeah. There's a lot of sun, so you go. Oh, actually, it's coming out okay.
Yeah, Ben does quite a good job of that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
We wouldn't want to compare places, but every place is beautiful in its own way, very amazing. And yeah, it's at least we've arrived quite early, and we're going to relax and just have our time, okay? We are not going to vlog everything, so...
That's it really, isn't it? Subscribe and like thing.
Oh, okay. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more content.
And the notification.
Oh yeah, to hit the notification. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And
that's it.
oh yeah, so you get notified every time we post.
And the next one will be us something more driving, more interesting places, hopefully.
Yeah, more interesting places.
More unusual places.
And yeah.